investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Aviation remains one of the most astounding inventions of the human imagination and ingenuity. For millennia, we looked to the skies, but can only romanticize the clouds and the stars above us. The aeroplane took us to these heights, but also connected the world's people in a manner that would change us forever. Nowadays, plane travel is seen as a laborious necessity that soaks up our time. The destination is king, the journey an inconvenience. So have we lost the wonder of aviation, or have airline companies worked systematically to dismantle it? How does a plane work? Has aviation been a good thing for society, or are humans incapable of handling the consequences of flight? And can we ever truly enjoy the journey in a world filled with destinations? To help me answer some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who's just plain lovely. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie, do you like planes?
I love planes.
You're a plane man?
I'm not a plane. I'm a kind of
That wasn't the
nuanced
question.
man.
I wasn't asking.
I'm not plain Jane. I'm unplain Charlie. I'm
You're-
spicy Charlie.
You're spicy Charlie who likes planes.
I'm peppery Charlie.
Right,
I'm
fine.
I'm not that spicy.
You're so spicy, you don't even use the word spicy to describe yourself.
Well, no, it's more like it's a kind of more subdued spice pepper. Is it even part of the spice conglomerate?
Well, it depends what pepper you're talking about, doesn't it?
Black, cracked pepper.
That's a hot... Is that a pepper?
Sorry, I'm not talking about like the red things. I'm talking about the black balls, not the vegetable.
The black balls?
Yeah, the black peppercorn balls.
Oh, right.
And do they grow out of like
sorry.
the sea? Where do we get the black pepper?
Peppercorns?
Where are they from? Where are they really from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Be good to know though.
It would be good
and
to know.
where's salt from? I think we should investigate salt one time.
Well,
'Cause in
the
my
sea.
head, no, but is there just massive salt rocks in there? Is there just a huge cliff of salt?
There's
in there?
sea salt. There's salt everywhere. There's salt everywhere. We're not... No, we're not
Please,
going down
quickly.
What do you mean?
Where's it come from?
What? There's salt everywhere.
Okay,
You
listen,
can get salt from the sea salt.
We'll save this conversation for Andrew and Charlie investigate salt.
or
which
maybe we could do minerals.
Nah, well, I think salt is
Just salt.
Salt deserves its own thing because you can have salty people.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. No, I'm not a spicy person. I love planes. Yeah, I love planes because I think they're brilliant and magic.
What do you love about planes?
Well, we talked about planes. We talked about technology in the last episode.
We did.
We didn't touch planes.
we didn't.
What do you think about planes?
Magic, absolute
They
magic.
are magic.
Absolute magic. And I think, as I touched on in my introduction, it's a shame that they become so normalized because no one goes up there and goes, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I feel very by myself when I go on a plane.
In terms of your wonder, your isolated wonder.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
when
just picking
people's-
their nose and having chewits.
One of my gripes is when people shut the window shutters on planes.
What
I get
are you
it. I get
doing?
it if it's like in the evening or like if it's a long haul flight or something. But people that do them on like a short flight, it's like you're in the sky.
Yeah, we're kind of in sort of Jesus mode. We're looking at there's it's so ethereal up there.
Well, it's like we're in the sky.
Yeah, let's
it
have a look.
feels fake. All of the plane journey feels like it's a lie.
Yeah.
Like it's
a cartoon.
Part of me, my conspiratorial part of me, feels like it is a lie, and we're not actually in
We're
the
in
country
just like
that we
truck
go
simulator.
to. Yeah.
Or plane simulator.
Yeah, or it's just we're literally in a flight simulator, and then someone's just created a fake
Menorca.
country
Yeah.
with just like some set dressing.
Yeah.
But it's bollocks that people don't appreciate it anymore, and it's a shame.
I think they do. I think just quietly.
Not really like gazing out the window and going, we're in the clouds. That's a mountain
Yeah,
range
no,
down
that
there.
isn't- that isn't-
We're flying thousands of miles an hour across
How
the
are we
air.
doing this?
What's going on?
But I guess it would be quite exhausting if the whole plane was just screaming the whole way there.
It would. Look, wow.
This is
Oh my God,
mesmerising.
we're in the clouds.
Mount Etna.
Julie, look out the window.
Drink it in, son.
Yeah, this is just bewildering.
I think it might get quite jarring. It's quite nice to be sort of like the lone sort of traveller who's melancholically, dramatically looking out the window as your kind of co-travellers sit there watching.
Right.
They're just fucking around.
They're fucking
having
monkeys.
burgers. Yeah,
We're
they're
like fucking-
oinking over there. We're Aragon.
monkeys don't oink, but yeah.
Pig monkeys do.
Pig monkey,
and we've
yes.
discussed them on a previous episode.
And we have
My nickname at school was Pig Monkey, and it's made me who I am.
no guesses as to why. Is that a monkey noise? It's good monkey noise.
That'll be the last monkey noise we do because we're not idiots. We're serious investigators.
And we're here to investigate aviation.
By the way, this episode might be quite painful for anyone who hates planes because we love them.
I think it'll be painful for anyone that hates planes and anyone that really, really, really loves planes.
Yeah, but again, have a bit of patience because don't be a gatekeeper. Have a bit of Have a bit of patience. Don't gatekeep planes from us. Don't be kind of a cunt. Don't be cunty about it. Don't get all Soho House on us. Let us get on the little plane.
Air travel is for everyone.
Yeah, especially us. I find it amazing that it looks like it's just mad that someone's gone. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, obviously, a long history of science, but someone's basically gone, look at that bird.
Let's do it.
Let's get him one.
Would we even, as humans, understand, like, even have dreamt of flying if birds didn't exist?
I think we're probably going around in like massive bubbles. Like it would be like more of a bubble thing, I think. Would be like,
now, why would it be more of a bubble thing?
Because we wouldn't have imagined a bird.
So we would imagine a bubble?
Well, I think bubbles make more sense. The bubbles occur naturally.
Now, why do bubbles make more sense than birds?
Because we'd see a bubble. A bubble probably would have floated about. I don't know if we'd have
seen a bubble floating.
Assuming we haven't invented special bubble solution, that you blow and make bubbles with.
Yeah,
we'd observe bubbles in nature through kind of the rivers, right? And thought
bubbly rivers.
Look at that floating up. Maybe we can get in one and go all the way up there.
Yes,
it'd be a nightmare though because you wouldn't have much control.
No, so maybe we wouldn't even bother imagining.
So we'd be floating around in bubbles basically. But yeah, in summary, I love planes because they're complete magic and it makes far less sense than even a boat. As far as kind of technological.
And we've lost our wonder with them because they've become so routine to our life and they seem like an inconvenience. Yeah. Open the window. Don't complain about your toasty taking too long, or they've run out of margaritas.
Yeah.
Look at the Andes.
I often imagine like the Iron Giant like running along the clouds. Do you remember the Iron Giant film?
Running? Can he run on clouds? Does he defy gravity? Why would you imagine that?
I imagine like a huge cloud monster man that's like a lovely but massive guy that's just like jumping across the clouds. I often imagine it when I look at massive landscapes on Earth, not just up in the sky.
The Iron Giants skipping along them.
Like he's just jumping across these fields as if it's nothing.
Do that instead.
That's a lot more fun than kind of watching fucking Top Gear on your little tiny TV.
Mm.
So my dad, like father, like son, things run in the family. Planes fly in the family. My dad is making a plane. He's called it the Noddy plane. It's this small yellow plane at the moment, and he's sort of going to nearby.
How big is it?
I'm going to get a picture. I'll get him to send a picture and I'll put it in the episode. I think it's about the size of like my wingspan at the minute.
And then how long?
The abdomen body of the plane is about... about the size of me. To be honest, the plane's about the size of me, I think, at the minute.
The plane's the size of a man.
I think so.
Is your dad going to die?
Maybe tiny. No, it's smaller because he can't get in it right now. It's remote controlled currently. He's doing prototypes to build a big version that he'll eventually get in, and it's currently bright yellow. It's like Jay from The In-Betweeners' car yellow.
Right. But at the moment, it's just remote control, but he has aspirations to get in it.
He has aspirations eventually to get in it and fly it around our house.
But these are prototypes. No, these are prototypes, not the finished.
This is not the final Noddy plane.
The man-made,
this is
flight version of it.
No.
Okay.
I'll let you know as soon as that happens.
So it's a big remote control plane.
It's a big remote control plane.
And he's built it from scratch.
He's built it and he's learning it from scratch.
What, has your dad got any engineering background? Because he's a lawyer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a lawyer. No, he hasn't. He's sort of learning as he goes. He's had previous sort of business ventures.
How similar are you to your dad?
He used to have
Is he going to die?
No, but what a way to go if he does.
Amazing, in the Noddy plane.
That's like the most amazing noble death ever. That's better than like...
Noble, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, obviously dying for like your country would be arguably more noble, but I would respect my dad a whole of a lot more if he...
went out in the Noddy plane.
If he went out in the Noddy plane. If he goes out in the Noddy plane, then I'll be devastated, but I'll be like, fair fucks.
Fair fucks, Dad.
Fair fucks.
Quite the
You
eulogy.
built a Noddy plane.
Why is it called the Noddy plane?
Because it's just sort of simple and fun and brightly coloured.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
He's had previous kind of ventures. So he used to have a kind of company that went bust called the Lavender Guys, which he ran with my little brother from our house. And he bought loads of lavender and they all died in the garden.
What? Wait, what was the business?
Lavender Guys.
Right.
They were going to sell lavender.
Sell lavender.
I don't think they sold any lavender.
Lavender? His business idea, like, let's buy and sell lavender.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it smells nice.
We'll just get some lavender then.
Yeah, but he wanted to like flog it. He thought we had to. I have no idea. It didn't work. He fired my little brother, and my brother cried.
He fired your little brother?
As a joke.
Why?
He would like regularly, as a joke, fire my little brother.
The Lavender Guys.
The Lavender Guys. And then now he's doing the Noddy plane, and I'll get a picture of it. But he's flown it all over. In fact, I've got a video of him flying it in a nearby field. But it's quite a nice venture. Like I think it's just he he loves flying. He loves flight.
It's very sweet.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and impressive. Do you think you're going to do anything like this in your like you've got to do something. If your dad, your kids, if your granddad's flying a plane, and what are you doing? Sitting in a shed talking shit.
I might invent a new type of coffee or something.
That's more on like the Lavender Boys
he's got an ice cream van, which have I told you about the ice cream van? 3-wheeler Piaggio?
No.
It's mine. He's leaving it for me. So
You're going to get an ice cream van?
Yeah. He's building a noise plane and he's got an ice cream van. He's the best dad.
He does sound like a dad out of a kid's book. That is fucking amazing. Can we go around and sell ice cream in it?
Yeah, and it does coffee too.
That is fucking amazing.
It's 3-wheeler. It does about 20 miles an hour max at the minute.
Does it fit one person in there?
2.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, if it all goes tits up, I'll sell ice cream. What about back to planes? What is your plane kind of routine? Do you have a method?
Stringent. Very stringent.
What does that mean?
What does the word stringent mean?
Is it kind of soft and short?
Militant.
Right.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I'll purchase one sandwich for every 4 hours of travel time I have.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Kerwin rule. For every 4 hours of travel time, you need one sandwich. I don't want to have to worry about getting food from somewhere.
So
if you're a bit peckish, I had an 11-hour flight, how many sandwiches is that?
You're having 2 3/4 sandwiches.
I'll call it 3 for the purpose of that. I'll buy 3 sandwiches.
From Pret? Or from somewhere?
Whatever's
from
available.
Home? Are you making it
Whatever
at home?
I find. Sometimes I make them at home. And that's the best, when you make them at home and you wrap it up in a little tinfoil
Yeah, but you're
wrap.
not going like walking in fucking...
I'm not rambling. No, I'm going to America, but you should never be caught out, and people will get caught out if you haven't got prepared sandwiches.
I guess looking out the window, flying to America
and
with
having
a
a ham
cucumber
and
sandwich.
cheese. Cucumber sandwich, dream bigger. You're in a plane.
With having a lovely ham and cheese sandwich. What a righteous...
Bit of mustard mayo, lettuce.
Righteous time.
Fucking loving it. Yeah, I always have pre-prepared sandwiches because I don't want to get caught short. I don't want to be hungry at any point. Be like, I could really use a sandwich now.
Is that phrase only ever normally used for pooing?
Most of the time, yeah.
But I love the fact that we're now using it for sandwiches.
Yeah, you could be caught short. We'd be like, I could really use a fucking...
I've eaten them all.
I didn't plan it. Sandwiches prepared and in there. And then I always watch Goodfellas.
Okay.
Goodfellas
is that on the plane or is that saved onto your...
Saved onto my...
Remarkable. By the way, guys, can we remark on his Remarkable?
We're back, baby. We're back.
We're no longer some shite talking losers. We're now real men.
We're now real men who have real things
tablet.
to say, and it's remarkable how well it's doing. On my electronic device, I'll download it. Apocalypse Now. Not Apocalypse Now.
Is Apocalypse Cow from Peep Show?
What's Apocalypse Cow? I've seen Peep Show a lot. I can't remember Apocalypse Cow.
Apocalypse Cow?
What is Apocalypse Cow?
I don't think I've made it up. I think it's when there's just loads of cows and they're really annoyed. And they're...
Sounds like a very odd scene in Peep Show. I don't remember lots of cows
no, but I
being annoyed.
I think someone's trying to come up with it in Peep Show, maybe?
Maybe.
Anyway,
It could be.
It's not been made yet. You're talking about the non-cow version. I'm really sorry to keep bringing them up.
What
but
now?
The Wally people.
Again?
I was on a flight with like a family of Wally people.
Why were they Wally people?
They were just kind of
fat on iPads.
Grumbling iPad fucking fat. Like, nothing wrong with being fat, but they were just like grumbling walruses who loved their iPads and was like complaining about the food.
Yeah.
Eating loads of their own
Stop
food.
complaining about the food. You're a mile in the air.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you get what you fucking given.
I love airplane
Me
food.
too. It's like
I think it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what do you expect? I'm having like a fucking chicken curry whilst I'm hurtling in the air at thousands of miles an hour and God knows how high up. Whilst I can see the clouds.
I should be so lucky
this
to have
is
a
the best
curry up
meal
here.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
Genuinely, and there's something delicious about them. I think
there is.
The idea of it is delicious enough, and you're always hungry.
I think there's actually some science in apparently food tastes different when you're way up high.
Tomato juice does. That's why people have Bloody Marys.
Are you sure it's not all curry and other foods?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
tomato
curry,
juice, particularly. That's why people
that
always have
curry
tomato.
would still be the most
juice.
delicious curry we'd ever eaten on earth.
It's the idea of it, though.
Yeah.
And you're always hungry. It's always appreciated.
Yeah.
That little bread roll.
What right do we have to have a fucking curry up here?
We have absolutely no right
Cloud
to have a
people
curry
eating
up
curry.
here. I've had a coco van once. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Why am I having a coco van?
What would be sort of a kind of appropriate level of food for us to be eating up there? Just kind of like
gruel. I don't think we should even be allowed gruel. Maybe muesli. Like we're hurling it. It should be. gruel and or like
muesli.
astronaut food where you fucking squirt it out a thing.
Yeah, yes, okay.
You're eating in a fucking coco van at thousands of miles an hour and people are going, oh, there's not enough gravy in it.
Yeah.
Fucking grow up.
What are you talking about?
Look out the window, eat your curry, enjoy it.
Imagine the Iron Giant jumping across these clouds and have your fucking boner.
Imagine the Iron Giant.
Yeah, I couldn't be more
Yeah.
behind you on plain food. It's like a kind of magical takeaway we're having.
Agreed.
Basically a magical takeaway.
A takeaway in the sky.
Yeah.
And people are going, can I have more yogurt? Fuck off.
Fuck off. You get what you give.
Get what you're given. Yeah, honestly, shut up. You're in a fucking box in the sky.
I couldn't agree more.
You're in a bird.
Yeah, my routine is just watch Finding Nemo, have a Sprite, and imagine the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
And then...
So you're like a 4-year-old?
Yeah, in the sky I am.
Which
yeah.
is nice.
I like that. I like the fact that you're left alone up there. I don't want there to be Wi-Fi on fucking planes, and they already are starting that. I've had some.
You can have it almost all the time now.
Yeah, I don't want that. It's nice to be able to be left alone entirely for a fucking bit.
Yeah.
There's the perfect crime of like, don't chat to me. I'm in the fucking sky.
Yeah. Take a break from it all. You're in the air.
Right now everyone's going to try and hit me on my Hotmail.
Are you a raw dogger then?
No, I'm Sprite in Finding Nemo.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Raw dog
but
is
it's not really nothing.
Raw dog is
it's not
when
really nothing.
Raw dog is where you just stare at the seat in front of you.
I know,
and contemplate.
but that's nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a raw dogger. No,
No,
I don't raw dog anything.
that's not what you said to me last Friday
Do you want to? What did I say?
when you fucked me without a condom. Speaking of which, the Mile High Club. Does it interest you? Would you like to be in it? Are you in it?
I am kind of in it because I've wanked myself off in the sky.
Now.
Does that count?
No.
What? Who says?
Me.
You the president
Mile High
of the
Club
Mile High
isn't
Club?
having a solitary wank in a toilet.
It's a start.
It's not the Mile High Club.
It's the Mile High kind of B team.
Yeah, fine. The Mile High B team.
No one wants to be in my
I've
club.
wanked in there. I have.
Yes, enjoy your sex, but
I've wanked up there. I have. I promise.
Have you ever pleasured yourself in the sky?
Yeah,
Hey, so you're part of my club.
I am. Yeah, we're part of the B team.
Okay, we're doing another poll.
Oh,
no shame,
no.
no shame here, no shame. And also, if you don't want to say it, then fair fucks. But if you have bus in the sky, and you're part of our club, then comment bus emoji, please.
Bus Y or plane N?
Bus Y or church N.
Church N. Yeah, okay. It's one of our more rancid polls. I think I have done it once or twice, yeah.
But it's not. It's a kind of bad vibe. I think
We're ruining air travel by doing it.
sullies the magic of the skies.
We're complaining about people that complain about the food. And I think everyone else has right to complain, be like,
stinks
stop
of cum in
wanking
these
in the toilets. We're like, hey, air travel's just so magical. Well, look out the window. Take it in. Enjoy the food.
yeah,
the toilet.
with the blue light of the toilet. True.
To be fair, there is something more magical. You know, you're having a wank at thousands of miles an hour.
I don't know. I think we can't.
It's not
we
magical.
can't be
I haven't done it for
defending that.
years. It was when I was younger. It was when I was
have
in
done it in like a year or two ago.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Because I was going through a patch of pain.
Right. Like a...
I think I was just in a weird place.
Right, okay.
You know what? Actually, I was just horny. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
you were horny.
Why bus emoji? So I've been I've joined that. I am part of that club. I do think that wanking on any public transport is quite bad. I've done it.
Is
on
that a banker?
It's a bank. It's a wanker. It's a banker. You know, I think the worst version of that. Again, sorry to keep bringing them up. Wanking on a train toilet is by far the worst vibe, other than like doing it on a bus.
Yes.
Doing it on a bus. Okay, I found it actually. There are no
toilets on
No, but on those coaches,
Yeah,
like
okay,
you get thrown about in those toilets.
Is there any public transport you haven't wanked on?
I guess like a line bike.
Okay.
I've never bus on a line bike. What's your position on sex in the sky? Have you ever actually made love in the sky?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you want to?
No. I don't really see the appeal of it in many ways. You know, maybe on a private jet.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Maybe on a PJ, sure. I'm just not sure there's much glamour of coming out of a Ryanair toilet having come.
I'd say there's no less glamour.
And it's always because I think I've seen two people come out of a toilet before, man and a woman. Or
did he do
it could be man.
Did
or
he do some awful like?
No, he didn't.
The worst thing he could do is walk past you and tap your shoulder.
But I was sat next to, on the other side of the aisle, Sampha, the musician, who had just come back from winning a
Grammy.
No, what's the other one?
Emmy.
No, Emmy.
Britain's Got Talent.
Mercury Music Award. And then I'd been like, oh, that's Sampha. And then two people walked out of the toilet very conspicuously, and me and him both went.
Did you look at each other?
We did. I had a brief moment with Sampha where I went, they've just fucked, haven't they?
Did it?
And I went, you should write a song about that.
Did it?
And he went,
This plane
already on it.
Let's do it. This plane stinks of.
Come, that's a horrible way to start.
Okay, fine.
Soaring in the sky, wanna make love tonight.
But you shouldn't because it's a public toilet.
Okay, so it's like a public service announcement.
Yeah, it's like those British Airways sort of adverts.
Yeah.
Don't have sex or wank.
Or it's more like
I'll lose.
Yeah, or it's more like an anti-gambling or an anti-drugs advert.
Think.
Don't wank.
Yeah, I love the Think adverts.
What are they?
My favourite of all of them is stop, look, listen, and live. Do you remember that hedgehog advert?
I do.
Lovely.
I guess we only saw those was that for crossing the road?
I guess we might sound like boomers to anyone who's younger than us because they won't know what we're talking about.
Was that for crossing the road?
That was for crossing the road.
I guess you only see those adverts on like kids' TV channels because it would be pretty insulting if we saw it nowadays.
No.
If our personalised ads were like, look, make sure you look before you cross the road, I'd be incredibly insulted.
I would be thankful for looking out for me.
You wouldn't be a bit like,
not at all.
I'm not an idiot.
The simpler the better, to be honest. I'd actually rather if the government spoke to me like I was 4 all the time.
How would that be?
Much nicer.
How would it go?
Hello. You must brush teeth.
Brushing your teeth and crossing the road.
And pay for shopping.
And pay for shopping?
I don't know. What sort of messages would they normally send me? Like, I guess
don't gamble, don't drink.
Fine. Don't put coin on table. Keep in pocket.
What's that for?
Gambling.
Don't put coin on table, keep it in pocket.
I'd much rather the government speak to me
like
I was 4. Do you not think so? Or do you want them to speak to you like you're a scientist, man?
I think there's someone maybe in between that. Rather than give me complex equations to solve or going, put your toilet paper in the toilet, not on the floor. It's a fucking limit, isn't there? Cripes. Yeah, I don't know. I think if the opportunity I
do think that most men, I'm going to push the boat out here.
Most men have wanked on a plane.
I think most men have wanked on a plane.
If we're being honest.
If we're being real with
I don't think so because we're slightly more sexually deviant than most men.
Fine.
I don't think most men have. I think
the bad boys have.
Most men like us have, yeah, 100%.
Men
Are
like
we
us.
bad boys? What, coming out of a toilet having come in there with a leather jacket?
Give it a minute, guys. It's stinking.
Give it a minute, it stinks in there after you wanked. That's awful. That is disgusting. Give it a minute, love. It stinks in there.
Give it 5, darling.
Why have you done a bad shit? Nah. Came.
Give it 10, my love.
Give it 10, my love. That was a big load.
It absolutely stinks of cum.
Oh, God. What very
awful.
quickly, what's worse, stinky poo or stinky cum?
Obviously stinky cum.
Agreed. Do we think everyone should have a plane? The democratization of planes.
Planes for all.
Planes for all.
No, I think that'd be a nightmare. I don't want. It'd be like the sky would be a fucking like.
Let's
motorway.
say it's like a noddy plane, like your dad's.
Well, obviously charming, and it would be like we're all fairies, which is cool,
right? Or like pilots and.
Yeah, I guess there'd be a lot of collisions.
That's what I often think. Because
the motorway is like at least we got lines in the road.
That's what I think as well.
Lines in the sky
because obviously the past envisioned us all going around in jetpacks.
We probably could actually.
Lines in the sky.
We probably could with lasers.
But then you'll start. Then if you're making roads in the sky, we're starting to lose the joy of what the point is. So you can go as the crow flies.
It essentially becomes like Star Wars at that point, though, as well.
I think so.
I don't know if
it would be a nightmare if we all had a plane. Even if we had a jetpack, because obviously, like the 50s, they were, or like even the 40s, they were those drawings about what they think the future's going to be like in the 2000s, and we're all going around in jetpacks, or flying cars. But I often think if we all had a flying car, it'd be a fucking. Would you have air traffic?
A flying car or a plane?
A flying car. That's what they thought.
Oh, I don't think we'd like that because it's like it loses the magic of the plane. It would make the plane pointless and like the plane would just become. The plane would become like a megabus, and we would all be in our little planes. I think it's nice to have that majesty of like the queen is up there. The plane's the queen, and we're little rodents we're little ants down here in our cars.
Right, so that's why people wouldn't have a flying car because they don't want to upset the plane.
That's why the plane will get sad and become insecure.
And then it would become a bird. It would turn into an egg.
Yes.
Thank you, precisely. It would be fun though.
Yeah.
Imagine you can fly. Maybe if you had the propeller ones, like in films.
Oh, analog plane.
Where it's like you have a propeller and then there's like a helicopter blade thing, and then you can kind of take off.
Do they work?
I don't think so. No. I think there's a world where it could. If a helicopter works,
paragliding essentially.
No.
Fine. I don't think we want everyone to have planes because my dad is special, and he should be the only one with no.
So it's coming from an insecurity about your dad.
Yeah.
All of this is you don't want to upset Plains or your dad, which is
a good place to start.
It is not a bad place to end, because now we're going to nuzzle into Thinker's Corner, where we hear from the greatest minds that have ever lived. And this week is no different as we go into the corner. How's the corner looking?
It's full of very strong bearded men.
Yes, and women.
The women are actually not here today. It's just completely coincidental, but it's full of. It's a bit of a sort of very clever sausage fest.
So kicking us off with Sheila Scott.
Sheila is actually. Oh, look, there's more women here. They've just arrived in the kitchen.
Right.
Not in the kitchen.
Oh dear!
We're taking that out.
That is staying in. Aviation.
Oh, hello, Sheila. Let's say hello to Sheila.
Hello, Sheila. What would you like to? Maybe they kind of come out like a runway.
I imagine they were all tiny as well. They're like very,
they're shrunken
sort of
versions. Imagine if we could animate that.
They're like the Gringotts goblins.
It's like a runway. There's a small stage behind here is like backstage, and then it opens the curtain, and they come out from the curtain. Hi, Sheila. Thanks for joining us. What would you like to say about aviation? Aviation is not so much a profession as it is a philosophy of freedom. Thanks, Sheila.
Thank you very much. A philosophy of freedom.
I think they go back in whilst we discuss it.
Yeah,
otherwise
it's a bit uncomfortable.
Thanks, Sheila. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Well, that was fucking dumb.
See you. Hopefully, hope to see you again.
She's already gone.
So Sheila's basically saying it's not a profession rather than a freedom.
A philosophy of freedom.
Yeah, it is. It's
Correct.
We're pretending to be birds.
Correct.
It's fucking
a pilot
amazing.
isn't a profession. You're a magician.
Yeah.
You're God and you're a magic
Harry
man.
Fludini.
I don't even know what noise we need to give to that.
Cheers. A hooray.
Yeah, I get it. It feels like it needs more than a hooray.
Or a wee.
Harry Fludini.
He's Harry Fludini, the pilot.
Fucked.
So
like and subscribe.
So yeah, I think that's very true, Sheila.
Yeah,
she just clearly thinks the planes are magic.
It's not a profession. It's not something. Oh, I go up and I fly this magic box for money. No, you don't. You fly. You fly because
you dance with the clouds.
Because it's at the end of human imagination and our capabilities as people.
And I guess space is the final version of that. The final frontier.
It is, and we will investigate space.
Space is. We'll actually have to have a completely non-verbal pod because we're so amazed by space and how the fuck that we got up there. It'd be like this. Look how we feel about flying.
A non-verbal pod where it's, oh my God. It's true. That is 100% true.
So yeah, we totally agree. What do you think about Sheila's?
I completely agree.
Yes.
The only problem is it is a philosophy of freedom, but we are ruining that freedom because I've got a neck pillow. I'm watching Donnie Darko with some Maltesers. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Is that really freedom?
No.
The airlines are killing us, and our mass need for convenience is killing us.
Yeah.
I've got to sit here with Maltesers, and I want more ragu. Give me more ragu.
You kind of want it to be sort of the 1950s version of flight when they were in like those blimps. It was like first class.
Yeah, blimps.
Incredibly classy.
Yeah.
Just like everyone.
Well, no, because it should be. Everyone should go, absolutely. But you fly now. It's too normalised that our standards go up and we go. I want this. I want that. No. You're flying through the sky. Stop ruining it. But
it's been cheaper. Like for example, fucking. What do you think about Ryanair doing the? They were trying to bring in the standing up seats.
Yeah.
Do we like that?
If it's
part of me likes
it. I do. If it's cheaper tickets for people who need to travel,
and also you can stand up and be amazed. Our issue is not so much with it's just everybody, including the airlines, needs to recognise how amazing it is to be up there.
Yeah.
We are bird people.
I understand. Yeah, I get the standing up seats. If people want to do it, why the fuck not? But it's the demand for more convenience and the frustration of the minor annoyances of flying that are ruining flying. It's taking it away from a philosophy of freedom and bringing it into a laborious profession.
Yeah.
Actually, this one is from an unknown pilot. So a man has walked out with a plastic bag and a question mark written on it.
He's in like a plane outfit?
He could be in a fighter plane jacket.
Okay, cool.
Is that a thing? Yeah.
But he's got no face. He's quite terrifying to look at.
Plastic bag over there.
Oh, fine.
Plastic bag with a question mark on it.
Sort of kneecappy. He looks a bit like kneecap.
Yeah, blind boy. The sky is a canvas. The pilot is the brush. Thank you, undisclosed pilot.
Much.
Return to backstage. The sky is a canvas. The pilot is a brush.
The sky is a canvas. The pilot is a brush. I mean, that is lovely.
It's lovely, isn't it?
And actually, it's often true when they do the fucking draw the smiley faces.
So we could literally be the brush.
Sometimes they drew. I saw a lovely smiley face in the sky, and the pilots. What a job that is! Imagine that, just like a guy doing donuts in the sky because he's doing a massive smiley.
The red arrows are one of my favorite things in the world.
They should be doing more smileys though.
I saw the Red Arrows at Isle of Wight. They did a surprise flyover on the Sunday of the festival when I was 18. Me and my friend were walking to go and see Kings of Leon, and the Red Arrows flew over. I couldn't be happier. And then I turned to my friend group and they're like, wow, that was cool. I'm like, that wasn't cool.
Our lives will never be the same.
That was world changing. That was one of the most, what do you mean? The Red Arrows have just flown over. These 6 or however many of them fighter jets who are flying increasingly close together and have done tricks in front of us. That wasn't cool.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
I mean, it is amazing. They are like, they're quite like Star Warsy actually.
They are sort of. Why?
Why do you
keep trying to bring everything back to Star Wars?
I
I actually
saw it.
cut that from the last episode.
Did I talk about Star Wars?
You did, yeah.
Did I?
Quite a lot. We like that. It's
We like that
absolutely
very
true.
much. And do you think that pilot is going to be going up in the sky now?
Yes.
Thank you.
No further questions. Okay, come on out. Gene Mermos. Probably pronounced that wrong.
Hello, Gene Mer.
Easy. I'll get it right on the next time.
Gene Momos.
To fly is to release oneself from the weight of... I'm not going to do an accent. To fly is to release oneself from the weight of the world.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you, Gene.
Literally.
Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of exactly what you were just saying.
It couldn't be more bang on that one.
Could it be more bang
We
up?
love all of these thoughts.
All of these thoughts are lovely.
I mean, unless you're a complete nutter, unless you're mad or being annoying,
Yeah.
You think flying's amazing.
Exactly. It's not the hottest take that
I mean,
we're doing.
what would you? It's indefensible to be like, this is boring.
This is a bit shit.
This is not. This is like having a fucking bath.
So airline, air host, what's the right?
I mean, I guess
air attendants. What's the right word? I had it earlier.
air flights, flight attendants.
Flight attendants and pilots are the luckiest people in the world.
It does look like a dreamy job.
But that's too much flying, and then it is. They've made it into a profession, not a philosophy of freedom.
Well, I'm sure there are some that every single time they step on that beautiful plane, they think, I am the luckiest little thing in the whole bloody world.
Little todder in the
in the planet.
in the world.
On the way back from Japan, I chatted to the flight attendants on British Airways, and they were fucking loving it. This guy only gets his hair cut in South Africa at this it's like some like glamorous life,
and he's
they're
back
living.
and forth with
He's
South
back
Africa.
and forth to South Africa, getting his hair cut, dipping into fucking Mumbai, having a ice cream salad in Gibraltar.
Gibraltar, known for their ice cream salads. Felix Baumgartner, come out.
The dead right-wing sky boy.
He's alive, isn't he? Oh, did he die?
He died.
Did he die? We covered
So
it,
the
didn't
ghost
we?
of Felix Baumgartner.
Sometimes you have to go really high to understand how small you are. Not that high up, Felix, you fucking idiot. You don't need to
come on.
You don't need to fuck. I don't care that he's dead. You don't need to fucking dive through space. Who needs to skydive from space?
I'm sure he was quite a jarring person to be around.
I imagine hanging out with a guy who's like, I want to skydive from the moon.
I mean, it is amazing that he did that.
Yeah, obviously it is, but it's like, stop. Don't go that. I don't need you to go that high up.
Was he nearly in space?
He was in space. He was technically in space. Technically, yes.
How did he get through the ozone layer?
Why would that be an issue? It's not a thick material. It's not like a fabric around the world.
Well, I guess that's due to CO2 emissions.
In a similar quote, Charles A. Lindbergh, come on out. You're going to have a bit of a tough time out here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This better not be planes are boring.
No, it's not. It's similar. But he said, you haven't lived until you've been close to death in the sky. Thank you, Charles. Go.
Thank you, Charles.
I think that's on a similar thing to Felix's when he's like, sometimes you have to get really high up to understand how small you are. What annoys me with quotes like that from pilots and astronauts is that, yeah, you've had a great time. Can you not try and make the rest of us feel bad? They always come down being like, oh, you only understand everything. I'm sure it was great and I'm sure it was magical. I do still have a loose understanding that we're just a tiny man on a rock. I'm not a tiny man, a big man on a rock flying around the planet.
But was he a fighter pilot?
Who? Charles A. Lindbergh?
Yeah.
I presume so, yes. You haven't lived until you've been close to death in the sky. That's too specific.
I think we are always close, but like anyone who gets a plane is technically close to death in the sky.
Yeah, not really,
in a kind of less cool way than Charles, who presumably did some Stuka dive bombing.
Yes.
Possibly.
How does a plane work?
I think the wings have definitely got something to do with it. I don't know how.
Brilliant.
I don't know how.
Do you reckon the wings have something to do with it? Fuck me.
I don't know how, but I wonder if, how many holes could you put in the wing before it stopped being a wing? Like if there's one hole in the wing,
Depends
is that
how big
sweet?
the hole is.
Obviously. Naturally.
Naturally.
If we put a kind of cup-sized hole in the wing.
So like a propeller is, if we forget the jet engines, because we're never going to get that, but like the propellers they're by the wind. So it would be like the air sucking in air that like pushes it under the wing,
It's
which
pretending to be a
allows,
bird.
because the wind, if you were, it's like holding up a thin bit with like it's like holding up a pickle with chopsticks.
A pickle?
Yeah. And we're in quite the pickle now, Charlie. We are. We're in a pickle. Holding up a pickle with chopsticks. It's like that. So you've got to get enough air pushing it up.
Holding up a pickle with chopsticks.
Yeah, that's why the wings are important, because if you get enough air under the chopsticks, then you'll lift the pickle. But you can't if you.
Oh yeah, fine, yeah.
That's why the wings are important, I would guess.
Yeah, I would have thought so, but then it's like they're not flapping. So what's the deal there?
Because the flapping is done by the propellers.
Oh no, the flapping is the engine.
Yeah, the propellers.
Right.
Not the engine.
So the birds have propellers in their tummy, basically.
No. What?
The engine of the bird is the bird's heart.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And that makes perfect sense.
Yes.
So we figured it out.
And its fuel are worms.
So, yeah. Whereas petrol...
Remember, we're trying to work out how a plane works, not how a bird works.
Yeah, but they're inextricably linked.
They are. But so the flapping of the wings would be the propeller and the jet does the flapping, right?
Yeah.
But how the fuck is that? What does that
mean? Kind of like
mean?
a sail. I guess the wings are acting kind of like a sail does on a boat, presumably.
Nah.
No? It's wind-based, surely a bit.
I don't know, man. Let's find out.
Okay.
Airplanes stay in the sky thanks to 4 key forces: lift, weight, thrust, and drag. Lift, the upward force, is created by the wing's curved shape, airfoil. As air flows over the wings, faster moving air on top creates lower pressure, while slower air below creates higher pressure, pushing the plane up. Thrust, generated by engines, moves the plane forward, allowing air to flow over the wings and create lift. Weight, the force of gravity, pulls the plane down, so lift must overcome it. Drag, air resistance, slows the plane, but aerodynamic designs reduce it. When these forces balance, lift equals weight and thrust equals drag. The plane flies smoothly.
I mean, so from that, what have you taken from that?
Don't know.
What I've taken is very similar to our conclusion that we made before, which is that if it was you and me, we would be
nowhere near.
Not even close. We'd be very upset. We'd be in the hills in our kind of little clay huts.
We would have come up with
looking at the
Heelys.
birds, being like,
We might have come up with Heelys.
No way.
I think a wheel on a shoe. It's kind of a stupid invention that we could feasibly come up with.
Fine, but there's no way we've come up with like a propeller or a jet plane.
It's to do with pressure. So you get, I think it was it a higher pressure on top or lower pressure on top? Because of the sucking in of the air, I guess it means it goes faster over the top of the wing. But which means that there's lower pressure there, which lifts it up.
But that's like so it's an analog process. It's like a kind of natural. It's wind. Yeah, it's all wind.
Yeah, we're not digitally flying.
No, but like it's not like it's not fuel based really. That science, that side of the science is not about the engine. It's entirely about the wings and how they interact with the sky and the wind.
Yeah, but it's fueled by fuel and there's an engine.
Yes, but with like a glider, that same thing is happening with a glider which hasn't got an engine, right?
Kind of. It's all basic. And it's not basic because I don't understand it.
It's incredibly complicated.
But basic principles of physics.
But in terms
physics is what I'm like, I don't know, man.
No.
In conclusion, we don't know how planes work. It's something to do with thrust, lift, gravity, and something else.
We don't want to know. We want to leave it as a magical mystery of the sky. Birds often get stuck in the engine, right?
Yes.
I'd love to sort of see that happening, not in a horrible way, but just in a kind of fascination at the madness of machine and animal way.
Right, yeah.
But I thought of a solution to the bird plane engine crisis.
Go on.
We get a sort of plain scarecrows who we strap terrifying looking guys to
hurtling along at thousands of miles an hour.
A bird like checks out plane like,
oh God,
that engine looks nice.
There's a man on there.
What is that?
There's a man on that engine. Avoid it, lads.
And we'd have to.
That's good. Yeah. That's a good idea. A famous case of aviation comes from Larry Walters, who you'll be very interested to hear about.
Is he here now?
He's not here now because he's not here to speak. Thinkers Corner, they exist, but he's not in Thinkers Corner. He's like the thinkers have discussed him.
Sorry, he's a kind of case.
Yeah, He's not a thinker.
He's a case.
He's a case. Not to be...
He's a head case.
Well, you're not wrong, Charlie. Larry Walters was a truck driver from California, and he was rejected by the Air Force due to bad eyesight. But
We shouldn't really be a truck driver then.
you don't need as good eyesight to be a truck driver. He wasn't blind.
I want my truck drivers.
He wasn't a blind truck
to see.
driver.
Fine, that would be mad.
That would be bad. But Larry
Although
didn't...
judging by the state of the roads these days, you probably got bloody lots of them working for IKEA and such. And Eddie Stobbart.
I actually didn't understand a word of that. Why did you mention IKEA?
The truckers for IKEA and Eddie Stobbart
Right.
probably are quite blind, many of them.
Oh, I don't drive. Larry didn't let his lack of eyesight get in the way of his aviation dreams, did he? Of course he wouldn't.
I don't know, I haven't heard the story.
So he constructed a makeshift aviation device.
the Noddy plane.
Better. He got a lawn chair, and then he attached 45 weather balloons to it, several tanks of helium, some sandbags, a radio, a BB gun, and some sandwiches. He hoped to fly about 30 to 100 feet. He ended up going up to 15,000 feet, which is the same as jets, in his lawn chair and balloons. Airlines reported seeing Larry, a man in a chair with balloons and a gun.
It's like the guy from Up.
It is like the guy from Up. Air traffic controllers spotted to him, and he had a radio, so he was discussing with the air traffic controllers.
I bet he loved that.
Of course, he loved it. The gun was there so we can shoot down the balloon, so we can start to descend.
Okay.
He started shooting them down, but obviously he didn't expect to get this high up, so it was hurtling down far too quickly.
Wait, he shot down his own balloons?
Yeah, to go down.
Oh my
That was the point.
God, that's terrifying.
Yeah, but he was going
One by one?
Yeah. But
Surely you wouldn't go down that quickly if you did that.
when you're at 15,000 feet, you do. Because he was expecting to go 100 feet ish, and then you shoot down one balloon, then maybe two or something.
I mean, you go down like 1,000 a balloon, I guess.
Yeah, essentially. And then he's he's plummeting to his death, but he got caught in some power lines, and so then he landed safely.
Did he not get electrocuted?
No, because he needs to be grounded for that. Did you not know that?
No.
That is something you should know, because you could definitely go by that. That is such a Charlie way to die, because you didn't listen in year 3.
No, because I wouldn't die, because I wouldn't go near them, because I think you can die at any point if you touch them.
Okay, fine. For you, let's say you could die at any point when you touch them. You need to be grounded so the current can travel through you.
Right. Otherwise, it's just sort of like flying around in your body, doing no harm.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. That is a crazy fact. Physics, eh? When asked why, so he got back safely. All fine.
Did he get in trouble?
Yes, he was fined by
It's not really
someone.
a crime. I guess the law...
It is.
Surely the law... Well, what is the crime? Space bothering.
air bothering.
Nuisance. Public nuisance?
Probably. I mean, it's obviously incredibly dangerous. If you're being spotted by jumbo jets...
And he's fucking blind anyway.
And he can't see anything. He's blind as a bat in the sky. When asked why he did it, Larry said, "You can't just sit there," which I love.
That is lovely.
But in a way, he sat there. He just went up.
Well, yeah, but he's
still
So
sitting.
wait, so he's got sandwiches, a kind of camping chair, and then loads of balloons.
Yeah. And he went up to the height of a jumbo jet.
That is a fucking dream. Was he not scared?
He was. There's air traffic control communications with him, which he didn't seem as terrified as he should be. I mean, we are talking about a man who wanted to go up 100 feet.
Yeah, I mean, he killed it. He
did kill it. He did kill it at some point, and he didn't stop him. So he didn't shoot down the balloons when he was getting too high.
When did he call it a day?
I think around 15,000 feet.
Because he just thought this is getting.
I think he saw a British
Space.
Airways plane and went, maybe I should take my lawn chair back down.
Is he English?
No, he's American. Larry Walters.
I mean, that's kind of like an achievement that defines your life.
100%. Larry Walters is going to obviously be known for that and nothing else.
But that's a crowning. That's an amazing feat.
I was on a chair and then
with a load of sandwiches,
and jets were flying
Imagine
past
that.
me.
We have an amazing time.
Imagine that sandwich.
When we're on a little plane and looking out the window, we have a lovely sandwich. Can you imagine that sandwich?
What a sandwich that would be. Although it wouldn't, because I would be absolutely I would be crying, having a panic attack, shitting myself.
I mean, it wouldn't be a problem if you shut yourself from up there. Just poo in the sky.
I'm not going to stand up off my lawn chair to do a shit
Best poo
from the
ever?
sky. No, not for me. For you?
He must have been. I wonder if he made. What do you reckon he was saying? Do you reckon he was just like? Do you reckon he cried? I would have probably thought he.
100% you're gonna cry. I would be crying out of fear.
But I think he
if
cried
I was
of- he cried
100
of joy.
feet up.
Yeah.
I would have shot those balloons down almost. I wouldn't do it. Actually, is the answer. That
No.
sounds fucking terrifying.
What do you imagine the air traffic controller said when he got back to his wife? He was, you won't believe the day I've had.
The air traffic controller. Oh yeah.
You
would.
wouldn't believe. Oh, she'll be like,
Honey, if I told you, you wouldn't even believe it.
a balloon man way up in the sky having a ham sandwich.
Can you believe it?
Kiss me.
Let's make love. I want another child.
I know we've been going through some stuff recently,
But let's have another baby.
but I want to try again. That guy's. But I want to live.
Let's live. Let's learn from Larry.
And then they kiss.
And then
So
they
Larry's
kiss.
actually made a big impact on the.
A big impact, mostly on
the
the
love
one
community.
air traffic controller who saw him and decided he wanted a kid and to
saved
make his marriage better.
and his kids doing very well.
We can all find inspiration in every walk of life. Now we've heard from some of the greatest singers of our time. It's time to hear from some better ones as we skip. I've done skip. As we
Roly
plod.
poly.
As we, you love
I
roly
like it.
polies. As we plod on down to Patreon Valley. How's the valley?
It's boiling in here.
In here, is it inside?
In this valley. Well, it's just
Why is it too hot? It's too hot.
microclimate. It's very
It's
odd.
December.
Yeah, it's a very strange event that's taking place. But
A freak weather event.
A freak weather has appeared over Patreon Valley. And
How
Bill
are
and
the
Ben,
Patreons?
They're all right, but Bill and Ben are very stressed.
Right. Are they in charge of the microclimate as well?
Yeah, and they've had to get in aircon.
Shit.
My friend Tam, who does aircon, we had to call him over. I gave Bill and Ben his number, and he's come over with some units.
Shit, sorry everyone who subscribes to the Patreon. You're in for a bit of a toasty time
It's
for the
hot.
next week. Subscribe to the Patreon every week. You just for £3 a month, I think it is, you can get an extra episode, ad-free episodes, comments on threads, and general discussion if you
Yes.
fancy it.
And join a community of boiling hot people.
And you could end up like Ryan Beer. Ryan Beer asks, should babies have to be put in the overhead lockers? That is the best question we've received on the Patreon. On the Patreon ever. I'm going to come to our baby correspondent, Charlie Milner.
Goo Goo Gaga.
He's got-
Let's Goo Goo Gaga. Let's Goo Goo answer this brilliant question.
Yeah, correspondent, like
Goo Goo Gaga. Goo Goo.
a fish correspondent.
Wow.
A fish correspondent isn't a fish. I know there aren't fish correspondents.
No,
an aquatic correspondent isn't the ocean.
I'm not a baby specialist. I'm not like the most noncy reporter ever. I am just a baby.
Okay,
These
so
are my people.
we'll go to our baby correspondent who happens to be a baby, Charlie Milner.
Goo-goo.
Charlie, Ryan Beer asks, should babies have to be put in the overhead lockers?
Goo Goo Gaga. Gaga. Wow.
How long is this joke going to stretch for?
That amount of time.
Okay.
No longer.
No longer.
I would love that. I think actually we should. What would be a nicer thing for the babies as well?
Yeah.
Is my vision for planes, and I think Ryan's as well possibly.
Right.
Is fucking put your bag in the ground area under your seat. Put your bag in the carpet. I'm sure there's enough space for a fucking suitcase down there.
Not a big one, but yeah.
Ace.
I mostly put my bag down there.
No, I'm saying like, there's a little kind of safe.
we
there's
change-
a safe. Yeah, we switch it up a bit so that you can put your bag down
Like a
there,
cupboard.
leaving the overhead locker free to customize as you see fit.
And we want to customize it with babies?
Well, if you have a babe, you don't necessarily need like a cot.
obviously if you have one, you don't need to acquire one to get on the plane.
No, and you don't need to have you don't need to have a cot if you're a man. If you're just a normal guy.
You're losing me, Charlie.
Basically, if you have a baby,
Yeah.
you sit in your seat, that overhead locker is yours to do as you like. So all the mums with little babies
Right.
can make that into a kind of Eden
creche.
haven, a creche,
Yeah.
a little overhead creche. But if you're just a man who loves salami, you can have a little pastrami counter up there.
Right.
So you get your own. You can do what if Grandpa is tired, shove Grandpa in the creche.
Okay.
Or like make a kind of old man's room up there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
like a
your
lazy
Sabutio table if for your 9-year-old son who loves football.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
actually, rather than just, but by all means, shove your baby up there. But if you don't have a baby,
Shove anything up
you're
there.
invited to this party as well.
Right. Let's use plane space more effectively.
I'm imagining it's basically like a deli counter or a creche. Like there's a
What are
meat.
you talking about with the salami you're focusing on quite heavily?
A
Why?
guy, he loves dried meat,
So he just brings
cured meat.
But wouldn't he just store that in his luggage?
No, because he wants like a refrigerated
wants to eat
meat
as he
zone.
goes.
Yeah.
And then it's like a market stall. Then you can walk down the plane and you could get different amenities from different places. Oh, love. Should we nosy on down to the cheese
Let's get some
bin?
tulips off Rachel.
We're going to visit Grandma, aren't we? Why don't we visit the florist bin?
There's actually a morgue section as well, which is a bit weird.
Why?
There's a dead guy.
No, No, don't. I don't.
Fine.
Charlie, is that what markets have you been
There's
to?
a church.
Oh, we must visit the morgue stall. We must pick up a dead body.
There's a funny
Church.
cadaver. Church. There's a mosque.
The church bin, the mosque bin.
There is a kind of paint and decorate a bit where there's a guy. There's just like a tiny.
A painter and decorator.
There's a kind of Dulux counter up there. There's a guy who like loves paint. He's got like a little paint area. Bear in mind, these are the passengers customize their section,
And you can turn it into a stall.
You can
encourage economic activity, and we can take the power away from the duty free, because that's also one of the worst things on the plane. It's like, oh, do you want to buy this fucking
stupid
this
Rolex
pen?
Calvin Klein fucking Android Tamagotchi.
And I was like, go and buy some salami from Dan.
Yeah.
Go and buy some.
It's like a farmer's market, exactly.
Yeah, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So in answer to your question, Ryan Beer, yes, and yes, and
flowers and bodies.
Why should we just consign it to babies? Let's make a market stall.
Dream big.
This one's from Terminally Bill. I read that
terminally Bill.
Yeah, why hasn't he gone terminally ill Bill? Which would be amazing if he was.
I think I actually prefer terminally Bill.
Not like that.
I think I prefer terminally Bill.
Oh, because it's like a clean
he's Bill
terminally
forever.
Bill. I do like that.
He's Bill forever.
Bill, I hope you don't, but if you are terminally ill, that's a very funny joke.
But it's also because he's terminally.
He's always
called Bill.
I think
Charlie.
I think we love it.
We do.
That might have been an early of my nickname, but I don't know.
We should bring that back, you know.
We will bring it back. Terminally Bill asks, could you land a plane in an emergency given that the pilot and the co-pilot were unable to? 1000% yes. My girlfriend asked me this question.
Are you sure?
It was a TikTok trend, which I was unaware of. And she asked me this question to see, because the trend was like, all guys think they could. And she asked me whilst I was doing something else, I went, without a doubt.
Absolutely not.
100%. Without a doubt. I completely and utterly...
You could land it.
I completely and utterly back myself.
Are you sure?
With communication from the air traffic control... Look, this might be delusional, but if I would almost volunteer for the job,
okay,
I'm sure I could do
mental.
it. I'm sure I could do it.
I don't know if you could land.
I could. I'm a quick
how hard
learner.
can it be though? It's surely
very hard. That's not the point. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying with the correct guidance from air traffic control, I could do it. I back myself.
I think you think you could back even the part of the landing element. Could you land on water?
Well, that's the only important element.
Well, no, but I mean, anyone could fucking hold the steering wheel and fly into a cloud. It takes a real man to fly onto the land.
The pilot and the co-pilot are incapacitated. Is there anyone around who can fly the plane around into the clouds for a bit? You there, with the sad hat on. Come up here.
No, I'm wondering if there's any water.
No.
But I've got a friend. He's called Andrew.
I'll do it. And I said, I'll do you one better. I'll land the fucker for you.
You will?
And then
will. All the ladies on the plane go,
ah.
And then Dan from the meat counter gives you some free
salami. So good luck out there, buddy.
You're going to need it.
Yeah, I then do a whistle stop tour past the morgue, and then I'm in.
Yeah, and then you'll look at the body and you go, that ain't going to be none of us today.
That's why the morgue's there.
And it kind of works, but people are more kind of applauding because they like you rather than the line, because it's a bit of a weird vibe.
Yeah, and the morgue counter, people are still a bit unsure about why it's there.
They're grieving.
I do genuinely think I'd be able to do it. I don't care if it's illusional. I back myself. I could land a plane.
Why'd you back it other than like
I'm
emotion?
a quick learner. I'm good at following instructions.
I don't think that's the criteria for being able to fly a plane.
To land a plane when you know nothing about it and you're listening to the air traffic controller, all you've got to do is follow instructions and be quick on your feet and do it. I could do it. I back myself.
Okay.
Do you think you could?
I don't know if I could. I'd love to be able to do a donut.
This is to get people to safety.
Right. I think
it's a thing, basically. It's a TikTok trend that loads of men think they could, probably delusionally. And I'm one of those, proudly one of those men.
It'd be great if we've got any pilots listening, which actually is possible. Please, God.
Do you think if
Andrew land a plane?
If there's been long-term pilots listening,
or anyone who knows anything more than us, which is probably
not long-term pilots, long-term listeners who are pilots who know me well enough. Do you think I can land a plane?
Or
with
even if you don't know him, just based on gut. I mean, if you're a pilot, you probably get a good sense.
Beggars can't be choosers. I'm sure we don't have a massive pilots
but
here.
Can Andrews be flyers?
And if you are a pilot, have you ever listened to this podcast whilst flying a plane?
I really hope they have.
That would be amazing.
Although I don't think they're allowed to just listen to pods while they're in the cockpit. Probably.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a bit of they at the most they probably got, like,
stop listening to podcasts, or I'm going to have to land the plane for you.
Why? Do you think you could even do the wheels bit? I think that's the bit that might fuck you.
Put the wheels down.
Yeah, no, not just the button of wheels, like landing on your wheels with a plane.
Yeah, but there's measurements. Someone could talk me through it. I know it. I can feel it. I kind of want it to happen.
I don't want that to happen for you.
I kind of do. I'll be like, I'll fucking do it.
I could drive a boat
Brilliant.
That's surely the easiest thing in the world.
So that's
you never really
is that your
park.
answer to terminally Bill? Would you be able to land a plane? Well, I could drive a boat.
I could drive a boat.
I hope that's
Bill.
answered your question, Bill. Will Goddard
Will got hard and then got thrown off the bus because he had a big boner.
flown off the bus. I'm terrified of flying. Are either of you scared of flying or have been scared of flying? If so, how do you find ways to not be so terrified whilst you're locked in a massive metal tube that's somehow, by the power of magic, flying really fast through the sky?
It's a brilliant question.
It's a brilliant question.
Would you like to go first?
Yes, it's fucking terrifying. People that don't get moderately scared are absolute maniacs and you shouldn't trust them. This is going back to the people not appreciating that we're hurtling through the sky at ridiculous speeds, being lifted by some mad force of physics in a kind of bird thing. It is scary. I get scared at takeoff. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not as much on landing.
Turbulence? How do you feel about turbulence?
I'm kind of, because there's that jelly thing.
You were describing the feeling of turbulence.
Yeah, no, there's a video that explains it where it's like you're basically in jelly.
Oh, really?
So it's that kind of relax me. There was a period where I was really scared during takeoff. I'm better now.
Oh, right. I didn't know you had that.
Well, it is scary.
Yeah, it's, for me,
You're
it's like
flying into the sky.
it's obviously mad, but it's almost so alien and and kind of insane that we're up there that I kind of abandon fear because it's like, what's the point?
That's the advice, because I had the same where I was like, takeoff was terrifying because I was like, how is this happening? How is this happening?
You're in a kind of box in the sky.
So I
Obviously,
think maybe
you're basically in the TARDIS
yeah, because it's really rooming in there.
on some airlines, such as BA.
Big up
Who actually
BA.
sponsor our episode.
That's good advice if you are terrified, because I think I
Don't bother being scared.
Don't bother thinking about what the fuck is going on.
Because you're
Try and
so fucked in any case.
pretend you're in a simulator.
Yeah. Pretend you're in a
This
truck
fake.
simulator.
That's the only time. If you're scared of flying, that's when you should be like, this is fake. If
one-
you're not, appreciate what's going on.
The one thought I do have, which like vaguely which sort of does freak me out a bit, is that I imagine the sort of perspective of kind of not the opposite of bird's eye view, where like you're looking up at us
Yeah,
from below,
yeah.
and imagine that as a kind of a transparent thing where all it is just our chairs. It's just like the amount of distance between my feet and the ground right now is. But again,
That's
it's
part
like,
of the scariness.
This is so insane that I can't even.
I think that's the advice.
What's the point in even being?
It's
scared?
so ridiculous. Pretend it's a simulator.
It's essentially
'Cause in
imaginary.
many ways, it fucking is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. If you're scared of flying, forget about the magic. But if you're not scared of flying, remember the magic.
I think you're right.
So now we're going to hike up Patreon Valley and cozy on down into Pieces Pasture.
Quite hilly, this journey we're doing. We're doing down.
It is. It feels more hilly than usual.
Yeah, there's been some disruption due to the microclimate.
Oh, God, the
A small
microclimate.
quake has taken place. No one's been hurt, but there has been a quake.
Jesus.
More to follow.
I hope everyone's safe there. How's Pieces Pasture looking?
It's looking incredibly cold, weirdly. The microclimate...
What's going on?
It's freezing in Pieces Pasture.
We need to get our weather sorted out.
We're going to be sorting out the climate next week. But
We need to
right now
get a
it's
man
bit
to
of a
look
mess.
at the pipes.
Yes.
And that is a euphemism.
For...
He's going to fuck us and we're going to do nothing about the microclimate.
It'll still be boiling.
It's boiling and freezing. For this week's piece, I've written a series of haikus. Haikus, H-I-G-H,
Haiku.
because we're in the sky. And that makes absolute sense. And you can fuck yourself if
I
not.
love the phrase makes sense.
Why?
It doesn't really make sense,
Why?
genuinely.
Go on.
Because what do you mean it makes sense? Makes, like factory. I make happy. I make
You can make people happy.
good.
So these are my haikus.
Do we want you to just roll through the whole lot, or should we analyze each one?
We'll do each one.
Please.
Please. There's only 4.
Yes.
To fly is to breathe. To breathe is to live, they say. Open the window.
Okay, so quite sort of live, laugh, love, that one in a good way.
It was, yes. You can hang it on your kitchen
Any sort
table.
of lovely West Midlands mother of 3 would be glad to have that on her.
She would, yes.
Table.
She would. It's kind of available at your nearest
Can we hear
car
one- can we-
boot sale.
I love it. Can we have it one more time?
To fly is to breathe. To breathe is to live, they say. Open the window. That's what I'll say
Get
to
sucked
people.
out.
No, open the shutters to the
Fine,
window.
you should be clear because that's a health and safety thing.
If we haven't been clear in any point of this
Don't
episode,
actually
don't open the window or the emergency.
We don't know what's. I
Thing.
mean, we don't know the science, but we imagine that would be really bad.
Really bad. Although my researcher did find that someone got sucked out of a plane and survived. So
I've seen that with the
you were there.
I was there. That happened to me.
It did.
The flight was that a pilot? A pilot who was like they were holding him in by his legs.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
Yeah.
We'll put a picture.
Next haiku. Chicken Alfredo. I'm Alfredo with flying. Must find the exits.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. Chicken Alfredo. I'm Alfredo of flying.
Must find the exits.
No notes. Let's just enjoy that.
Let's enjoy it. We shouldn't be here. I see a bird. No, a man. I want to get down. That was from the perspective of someone seeing Larry Walters.
We shouldn't be here. I see
In
a
the
bird.
sky.
No, a man. We need to get down.
It doesn't actually. It's actually what you're looking out the window going, oh my God, that's a bird. But you're just looking at the person next to you in your seat going, fuck, we're in the sky.
I don't want to be. That would really kill my vibe.
Fuck, we're in the sky.
I wouldn't like to sit next to that person. I'm trying to enjoy this.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be.
Agreed. I don't think many of these people are
Nice range of emotions in these haikus.
They are, yeah. The clouds aren't fluffy. They're more like thin and nothing. I shouldn't be here. A lot of them is a man.
So that one's kind of like a bit more of a sort of. That guy's the final form of flying.
Yeah, this is the people we're.
He's done it a bit too much.
Yeah. This is the people we've been getting at for the whole episode.
No, but we're not actually there yet. But that might be us in about 10 years when we finally like.
At the moment, we are to fly is to breathe is to live. They say.
Yeah.
Open the window
And a bit of chicken Alfredo.
And a bit of chicken Alfredo. But maybe actually, accidentally, these 4 haikus are the stages of flying too much.
Can I just say you look absolutely regal with your remarkable.
Isn't it great to have her back, everyone? My goodness. How much does it add?
You look amazing with that.
I know. Accidentally, it's the stages of too much frequent flying.
Yeah.
I'll run through all of them quickly. To fly is to breathe is to live, they say. Open the window. That's, you love flying.
Yeah.
That's us going, appreciate the moment. Chicken Alfredo. I'm Alfredo with flying. Must find the exits.
I love that one.
That's like, I thought you might. That's like going, oh, like chicken Alfredo is nice, but Jesus, this is a bit scary.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be here. I see a bird, no a man. I want to get down. That's still like you're becoming a bit afraid of flying.
Yeah.
Flying.
Afraid of frying.
Afraid of frying. I just got deja vu then. That's never happened before, has it? Let's make it a pan.
No way.
I get deja vu.
You know what?
I feel like that's
my one critique of planes. Actually, you've just reminded me of it.
Let me just finish this. The clouds aren't fluffy. They're more like thin and nothing. I shouldn't be here. That's your businessman who
really
flies all the time.
Melancholic, weird one to finish us.
Yeah.
I love them, and also what I wish for. What you reminded me of is that you know what would be amazing is if we had a proper kitchen in a plane, like a proper cookout, like a stressed out chef making like. Eggs.
Order.
Yeah, like that. What a vibe.
Where are my taters?
What?
Why are you calling them taters?
Where are my taters?
Where are my taters?
we have that would be such a like a absolute vibe if you had like if you had a proper like open plan kitchen in the sky.
Yeah.
I wonder
is
if
that what you get in business class?
I imagine no. I think it's all made off flight.
You can't have a stove in
but
the air.
I reckon on a private jet there probably are a few kitchens.
Sneakily under the radar, under the legal radar.
I don't think you're allowed. I don't think it's illegal to have a kitchen.
Of course it is. You can't have an open flame on a plane.
Maybe it's electrical hob.
Said
Jane.
Glame. Jane works a bit better.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah, great.
Let's hear yours.
My piece is called Aviation, and it's by me. I fucking love Mallorca. It's my favourite island other than England. Boiling hot beaches, big yummy sausages, awesome plant life. What more could you want? I'm actually on the way there right now. You join me on the plane. It's an EasyJet plane. Bit grubby, but I'm not complaining. I'm going to Mallorca. Spare seat next to me, so I put my legs on it. Some children in the row behind ask what I'm doing, and I tell them I'm not scared. The flight guy in uniform is about to start the safety instructions. Poor bastard. I reckon I'm the only one watching.
Hello?
He shouts. We give him nothing.
Oi, you lot!
Still nothing. The man does a couple of star jumps and flashes his torch. Nobody even looks up. He looks like he's actually starting to get a bit upset now. I can see some saliva falling out of his mouth. His ears are going red.
Guys, what is this?
He starts running up and down the aisle, blowing his whistle and stuff. No dice. We'll take our fucking chances, mate. The flight guy goes back to the front and I can see he's crying now. It's all got a bit snotty.
Look at me!
He screams.
Please, won't you look at me?
Then proceeds to demonstrate the brace position. It's changed my whole opinion on EasyJet. I used to just think it was massive and orange and tasteless. Now I realise how wrong I was. How much these people give. Thank you.
Well, I suppose that could have been called like an ode to the flight attendant.
Shout out to all the flight attendants up there making magic in the sky.
Too damn right. You know, you have a hard job. People should listen to you on the safety announcements. How do you feel about kind of novelty safety announcements?
You know what? I saw the most amazing thing. This it was like live performance art. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I shan't see anything like it again.
Go on.
On the way back from Berlin, I was on a flight, and there was this little man who was a flight attendant, and he was basically doing the safety instruction that nobody normally watches, but pretending to be incredibly bored as a kind of bit. So going like, so sort of fake yawning while he's going like.
I wouldn't describe that as the most amazing performance art.
No. How I painted it is not the majesty of it was like
In the performance.
it was amazing. It was like he wasn't just yawning; he was kind of looking grumpy and sort of pretend. But it was entirely a bit, and it actually made us all watch. And we were all kind of like there was a hubbub of all the passengers. Like, have you seen that? And he's there like.
Well, I was going to say I hate it. I think it's ridiculous.
You'd love this.
No, I wouldn't.
And I told him.
That's novelty.
The weirdest part was I was like, I went up to him afterwards. I went, I love that, and he got all weird about it.
He got weird about it. What did he say?
He just got all like awkward. He was like
Weird. I don't.
But I know for sure it was a bit.
Yeah, of course it's a bit. It's novelty. It's not. Why'd you do the popping?
Love it.
It's novelty. That's novelty safety instructions, and I hate them.
So you did no get your party popper out your mouth and fucking show us how to do the seatbelt.
Pretty much.
Fair enough.
What? Party popper in your mouth.
Fair enough. I respect that. Obviously, it's not.
I don't mean to shit on the greatest performance art you've ever seen.
No problem.
Honestly, one of the best pieces of art I've ever seen was a man pretending to be bored whilst doing the safety instructions.
You must understand, I'd never really seen art.
That's probably why it was so difficult talking to him afterwards, because you know what these artists are like.
Arseholes.
What have we learned?
We've learned that it is possible to make your own sort of noddy plane out of balloons.
And we should. Thought I had something else there.
We've learned that if you dream big enough, you can just fly up with a load of balloons up to like plane territory.
Take a wing out of Larry Walters and Charlie's dad's book.
Yeah, we've learned that my dad is going to fly. If Larry can do it, so can my dad.
Absolutely.
And we've also learned that literally just now that flight attendants are doing a smashing job.
They are doing a smashing job. And we're sorry for not mentioning more about flight attendants.
We are. And we're also sorry to the other forms of, this is an aviation expert. What? This is an aviation episode. We haven't really chatted too much about the copters.
No.
The kind of drones. But fuck, the plane is the daddy.
There's always room for an aviation part 2 where we discuss air hostesses and helicopters.
Yes. And also,
this has been a plane heavy episode and we apologise for that.
It has, but hopefully no one minds.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one loves helicopters.
If you're there with one of those hats with propellers on and all your model helicopters going, gently. I can't wait for this week. We're really sorry.
Yeah, and also can we just give it one time to the reason that all of this has happened? The birds.
The birds. This one is
Thank
dedicated
you to all the birds.
Dedicated to the birds, and we'll do a quick dedication to the birds at the end of this
episode. And we'll
episode.
put some cheap sounds here because they're the reason. Some bird tweets?
Yeah. We'll do a proper, like this one's for the birds at the end.
Because without them, we'd have no plane.
Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
Charlie investigate, they're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe, and spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.